Go into trance. When I go into trance, that's what we're doing. We're changing things on an electrical level in the body. Now, when the immune system is 100%, when the spleen is working very well, anything that comes into the body that's detrimental to its long-term survival and progress is eliminated immediately. That is what we're trying to do. We're trying to activate that possibility within ourselves again. Because we were born with it, it helped our ancestors survive for thousands and thousands of years, and there's no way we're going to survive without it. But what do? We compromise the hell out of it by giving ourselves drugs, anti-inflammatories, and stuff. So every time we have a headache, every time we have a problem, instead of having a headache for 12 hours and then letting our body recover from it, we give ourselves an aspirin, we give ourselves ibuprofen, we give ourselves an ampicillin, and we recover from it quicker. But what do? We come out weaker. So our idea and the way we live is that we go through the middle of the sickness. We experience it. And then we come out on the other end stronger, more powerful. The next time we get the same cold or we get the same bug bite or we get the same flu, we eliminate it within 3 or 4 hours, almost automatically. We don't have to think about it anymore. It's not a problem. That's what we call an immune system. The human body is the most powerful computer, the most powerful instrument that we have found so far. It is the best, the most sophisticated, the most powerful, and the most useful. But that's why everybody's trying to change it, so that they can capitalize on it. Pharmaceutical companies, different pollutants in the air, and so on, trying to bring that computer down to a lower level. As low as they possibly can, so that they can sell things to it, they can control it, and they can tell it what it has to do. Because a human body in its 100% state is not going to listen to anybody but itself. I promise you. Because you are the strongest force in the whole fucking world. So why listen to anybody else? They don't know anything. All the knowledge comes from inside of you. You got it or you don't have it. And you all have it, providing you recognize that. So that's what we're trying to reinstate in you here today. With the Ayahuasca ceremonies, with the herbal medicine healing, we're trying to restore you to your origins, to your birthright of being born in a human body. An incredible blessing. A spirit that's born in a human body has been endowed with the most powerful blessing they could possibly get. The question is, what are they going to do with it? They have to first of all recognize who they are. They're the daughter or the son of God. They are here as an exhibition, very culturally, beautifully presented with the DNA directly in their eyes, directly in their forehead, and directly in their face. They are presenting themselves as a representation of the Creator. Now, that should elicit a certain pride and a certain stability and a certain confidence. Why not? Why? Because you get eroded from every side by pharmaceutical companies, by people who say you need Adidas, you need the new Adidas, you need a new camera, you need a new car, you need this, that, and the other thing. And you forget that that is secondary. The only thing that happens and the only thing that's real is what comes from right here. It's you. Everything has to manifest out of you. When you do that, perfect. The world that you create around you becomes an emanation of who you are, and you're able to live with it. You're able to love it, and you're able to enjoy it. Now, if you think that you have to do things that other people tell you, even though you don't like them, even though they don't resonate with you, because you have to be correct, you have to be kind, you have to be realistic, you're wrong. You've got to react to things. What you like, you take it. What you don't like, you just unpack it. You don't say it's bad. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Get rid of it. Fuck it. You know? Well, what I like, I'll take with me. I'll go with her. I like skinny girls. I don't like fat girls. Okay. Well, that's your world. You know what I mean? So, you do it that way. And then all of a sudden, the world you live in becomes your world. and you are happy there, you feel good there. Now, why can't we do that? Because people are trying to make us not do that. There's a lot of different things that go in that direction. Probably the worst thing we can find is religion. We're raised in a certain culture and a certain religion. I am raised as a Protestant Christian. I'm baptized when I'm 2 days old to be protected from Satan. Thank God I'm protected from Satan, you know? Because I was protected when I was 2 days old. I was like, oh, I'm baptized as a little kid before you can talk. And perfect, I'm baptized, you know. I'm completely protected from Satan, you know. I'm living proof of that. And so then they put you through the catechism, and then when you get to be 14, 15 years old, they say, well, you got to join the church because we need adult members of the church. But by that time, I'm a student of theology, psychology, and anthropology. And I said, well, thanks for the offer, but not yet. You know, I'll hold off on that one. And then I go into comparative religion studies in University of California and other places that are less canted toward Christianity. And I learn what the other religions have to offer. The Islams, the Buddhists, the Taoists, and the Hindus. How they're basically the same thing. They're just shamans have gone way out on the fringe. They got deep into the astral plane, deep into the nether world, and they came back and they put together a religion that was clothed in their cultural costume. The Hindus, the Buddhists, the Christians, all the same. They're all saying the same thing. They're just looking at different parts of the elephant. The Christians want love. The Buddhists want detachment. The Hindus want ecstasy. The truth is, you need all of them. So what do? We embrace all of them. Now, when things go haywire, like they are now, they go haywire in the world. People getting fucked by the priests. They're getting taken advantage by their pastors. They're getting treated badly by their governments. They're getting screwed by everybody. And they don't have trust in anybody anymore. So what do? They say, well, there's something wrong with this formula. We can't trust them anymore. We're going to go back to the origins, find out where we lost the thread. And they come down here and they listen to me talk about shamanism. Because the first time a guy woke up in a cave and said, wait a second, the weather's bad today. I guess I can't go out and hunt elephants today because the weather's too bad. I can't see anything. He said, there's some factors at play that I don't control. So what do? They decide, well, the way to handle this is we're going to go into the altered state. We're going to do it by either not eating for 20 days, or we do it by taking a hallucinogenic plant, or we're going to do it by anything that we can do to make us break out of our normal state of mind. Now, we have got the perfect vehicle with ayahuasca. We take ayahuasca, we go into an altered state, very strong, very intense, very perceptive, and we do it for 3.5 to 4 hours, and that's it. Then we drop right back down into our bodies and our minds, and we have no negative side effects. We're 100% normal, complete. As all you have to do is get some exercise the next day, eat a good meal, and get a few hours sleep. Perfect. We can do it again the next night. We can complete our psychic exploration, complete our healing very easily with ayahuasca. With other power plants like mescaline, like peyote, like San Pedro, like datura, like psilocybin mushrooms, everyone has a small detriment. For instance, like we were talking with Troy recently, psilocybin mushrooms are a great thing to use because they're accessible, they're available. But the thing is, they leave deposits of uric acid in your joints. So your joints are going to get a little stiff. And you're going to have to take a sauna every other day in order to clear that out, if you're going to take psilocybin regularly. Now, with peyote, or with San Pedro, or with just mescaline, it's going to deplete your adrenal reserves. So you're going to be weaker, and you're going to feel less energetic. Now with LSD, you're going to destroy a certain amount of brain cells. You take LSD 1,000 times, you're not going to be as smart as you were when you started. Now, there's detriments to everything. So I looked into all of it. I experimented with all of it. But when I got to ayahuasca, I realized this is the missing link. This is the thing that's going to allow me to heal people. Not just talk about their problems, but actually solve their problems. And do it in a very short time. Because people will fill you with the idea that, oh my God, you're all fucked up, you got this problem, it's going to be a condition, we're going to have to treat you for 3 or 4 years, or possibly for your entire life. Well, that's business. Now there are 2 sets of healers on this earth. There are the liberationists, and they are the bondages. There's people who want to put you in bondages, and people who want to liberate you. We're in the white realm. We're liberationists. We don't want your allegiance. We don't want your presence. We just want to let you go and send you out off in your own orbit. That's the only thing that we're interested in. That's it. Now there's other people who say, no, you're going to have to stick around here. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to come back every 2 months because we're going to have to re-up them. No. The human computer is rebootable. So all you have to do is stick a key in there, turn it, boom. Say, okay, we got a problem here. Reprogram. The problem disappears. But when you go